Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Tiara and I am the owner of Black Teacup. So, I showed you guys before how to put fabric on a tumbler. In my previous video, I'll link it here. But what if there's a fabric that you really like and you can't find it? Or if you see one online, like a print. So, I saw this print online and I really liked it. So, I purchased it off of Etsy and I printed it on printable vinyl. I also added a decal to the cup, but this is a fabric background printed on printable vinyl. So, of course, everything that I used to create this tumbler will be linked down below. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below and I will get back to you. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon so that you're notified every time I post a new video. And we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks.
Alright, so I'm not going to make you guys watch me figuring out the template and measurements for this cup because I already have a video showing that, and I will have that linked here and also down below. So after I have the measurements for my template, I'm going to go ahead and base paint this black instead of white. I initially did it white, but yeah, I'm just going right over that white spray paint with black spray paint. Once the spray paint has dried, you can take it in. And here is the printable fabric that I found that I really like. I will have that shop link down below. I printed that on printable vinyl paper, sticker paper, and I will link that down below as well. I'm going to start by removing just like the first inch going all the way down. You do not want to remove the entire backing right off the bat, so just start with a small portion first. Once I get it started, I'll just crease it and fold it down about an inch down from the sticker. We've also done a full wrap vinyl tumbler before with our travel tumbler, but this is just a different alternative to the fabric turner. That way you don't have to actually go out and search for fabric. There are tons of different fabric or background options on Etsy and online that you can get and print out and make it a full wrap. So before I adhere that sticky piece, I'm just wrapping my template all the way around the tumbler to make sure that everything's lined up and the top and the bottom meets correctly. Once I know everything is lined up correctly, I'm going to go ahead and press down that sticky piece. And that will kind of just anchor everything into place. So we can start removing our backing paper a little bit at a time. I like to unpeel and rub at the same time. So you'll get it started a little bit, and at the same time you're going to be rubbing to make sure you don't get any air bubbles. Right here I'm kind of just pushing and rubbing. I'm not messing with the backing paper at all. You're just pushing it from this front portion and it's coming off on the back. If you get any air bubbles, it's not too big of a deal. You could lift the paper up right away and reposition it. But if it sets for too long, it will fully adhere. Or what you could do is get an X-Acto knife and make a slit in any air bubbles that you do end up getting. So once I'm at the end, my backing paper is all the way off, and here is my wrapped tumbler. And the next step is to apply epoxy around this whole thing to seal everything in. So whenever I use this printable vinyl sticker paper, I do not go back through with a clear spray paint. I just go straight in with epoxy. It usually has a very good adherence. You could also let it sit for like overnight or a couple hours before you apply your epoxy, but you shouldn't have any issues. And so I'm just going to coat this cup all the way around. Don't forget the edges, tops and bottoms. Just coat it so it's fully coated. You'll know if your vinyl has epoxy on it or not because it's going to be shiny or matte. If it's matte, add some more epoxy. Once you have your epoxy applied, go ahead and use your torch to pop any bubbles. And then the very next day, I came right back in with a second layer of epoxy. So once this second layer of epoxy cured, I went in with some painter's tape and I taped off the middle section where the design is, and I wanted to change my edges to orange, but I didn't actually record that process, so I am showing you now. So just some blue painter's tape, and you'll go along the edges of your vinyl, and then you'll be exposed with what's left. And then I just took it outside with some orange spray paint and spray painted those edges, removed my tape immediately. Then you could use like a Q-tip with some acetone if any of that paint got down below the tape area, just to clean it up a little bit. After everything was nice and dry, I put it under epoxy. All right, so next is decals. Look at this beautiful gold vinyl. I will link it down below. I love this vinyl. I got it from craftvinyl.com. And here's my decal that I found on Etsy. So I printed that out on clear sticker paper, and I also cut out the outline of the decal on this gold foil vinyl. All right, so really quickly, I'm going to show you in Silhouette Studio how I use offset. So you'll select your image, and you're going to go over to the right-hand panel over here, this star. Click on offset. With your image still selected, you'll click offset again, and it puts this red border around it. You can make it bigger or smaller depending on your preference, and I'm going to make it a color so that you can see it better. But yeah, you'll just play with those numbers up and down over there on the right hand side until you get the thickness around the image that you want. So now I'm going to make the number larger over here on the right hand side, and as you can see, the blue outline is getting thicker around my image. So once you're done, you'll hit apply, and the two will separate. So this blue piece you see here is the background outline, which is what I'm going to cut using my gold texture vinyl. And then this black piece that says Stay Wild, I'm going to print and cut that using clear sticker paper. And here we are. So it's cutting out my image off of the clear sticker paper, and it did print that red line. I didn't want the red line, but whatever, we're going to just go with it because I didn't feel like reprinting it. And it kind of goes with the whole design, so I'm okay with it. With the gold, there are some little pieces that I'm weeding out right here, so be mindful of that. Once your sticker's cut out, you'll go ahead and just weed that, take off the excess clear. And the sticker kind of pulled up pretty easily, but you have to be careful with it because it is very thin. The paper's thin and it could tear and rip. So once I got my sticker all the way up off of the carrier sheet, I'm just going to lay my gold decal on my sticky mat to hold it, down so it doesn't move. And I am going to line this up on top exactly how I want it. And those other letters, I know those cut separately. I'm okay with that. I already knew that before I cut it. So I'm going to grab those afterwards. I'm going to do this section first, and I'm going to press it down to make sure we don't have any bubbles. And then we'll add the last 3 pieces. And once you have everything in place, here's what it should look like. And so I'm just going to lift this sticker up off of the paper and put it on my tumbler. I did not use any type of transfer paper. I just lifted the entire sticker up because it is one big sticker. It's not multiple pieces. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to just go ahead and apply 2 more coats of epoxy, and that is pretty much it. Check out the finished product. Let me know what you guys think about this alternative to having a fabric tumbler, but instead using vinyl, printable vinyl paper. So it just gives you another option. If you see a nice print that you like online, you could always print it and just stick it straight on your tumbler, jazz it up with some decals, and there you go. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.